am so excited to be sitting down with Jen from Jeneration PR, a Kajabi OG, Kajabi founder. And we're gonna be talking all about her story and how you got started in business and all of the amazing kind of the journey that you've been on as a Kajabi customer. So excited to have you.
Yeah, I can't wait. Thanks for having me.
I would love for you to just give us a quick rundown of who you are and your business, and just like the high level overview.
I'm Jen Berson. I'm the founder of Jeneration PR. We're a full service PR and social media marketing agency. And I'm the creator of Jeneration Academy, thanks to you guys. And we are empowering PR pros to become pitching powerhouses, connect with the media, and then I teach them how to launch, grow, and scale their own profitable agencies. And I absolutely love it. I've loved connecting with this community, and it's an honor to be here, honestly, to chat about Kajabi.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So I know you've been on the platform for a very long time. You're an OG, a founder.
I am.
But let's go back to those really early years. You told me a little bit before this that you are that you were a lawyer before all of this. And so can you talk a little bit about your inspiration to leave law, or at least stop practicing law, and move into starting your own business? Like, what was the inspiration for that?
Yeah. I don't think I realized how little I enjoyed practicing law until I was actually out of it and doing something that I love and that I'm really passionate about, and thinking, okay, this is what a career should feel like.
Yeah.
But back then, I looked around and I didn't see any women that had the path that I would want to be on. And I knew ultimately that I'd want to have kids and, be a present mom, and also, grow in my career professionally. And the goal was to ultimately make partner at a big law firm. And I was kind of on the path and looking around and not really seeing any women I could say, like, she's got it going on. I want to do exactly what she's doing, and then I'll have my dream career. It just didn't exist. This was a long time ago. Maybe there's a little bit more kind of integration work-life now, but back then it was very hard to find those kinds of mentors. Yeah. And I really wanted to be the kind of parent that I had growing up. They were there and available. My parents both were, running their own businesses. And that was really important to me, that piece of flexibility and controlling my own schedule and choosing who I want to work with. And I think right around that time, after practicing, I was a litigator, which is, it's pretty tedious, long hours, which is fine. I have no problem putting in the work, but it just wasn't building anything that was for me. Mm-hmm. And I really wasn't passionate. It wasn't the right fit for me. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I kind of redefined success at that time to be more around control and flexibility with my schedule, and doing work I'm passionate about, supporting brands and entrepreneurs that I believe in. And so I think that was the impetus. It was like, let's just give it a try and see. I started promoting a brand on the side, unpaid. The very first press hit that I got honestly felt like a drug. It was like this incredible feeling of a tangible result that I secured that had an immediate positive impact on a business. And that was in such contrast to law, which was protracted, expensive, drawn-out litigation. Just the purpose is to exhaust the other side and drain resources. And it's not to build up a business, it's really to tear down a business. And so that I did that while I was still practicing law, just to kind of give you the timeline. And I felt like I'm doing this for free because I love this company. If I could actually make a career out of this, it would be the best job in the world. That was 17 years ago.
Oh my goodness.
Never looked back.
And so you've had this agency now.
Yes.
And that's where you started. You got your feet wet in PR. You built up your book of business and your contacts and all of the things. And then what was the aha moment of oh, I should take this thing that I've literally built from scratch and learned from the bottom up, and I want to teach this to other people? What was that transition like?
Well, it was a very bumpy transition in the beginning, but the idea to share what I knew how to do kind of hit me. I remember I was holding my son in a baby carrier, and I was at a party, and somebody was talking about sharing their expertise around stretching and movement, and they were going through Brendon Burchard's program to be an expert and he was sharing his wisdom. And I thought, I could maybe put out an email, somebody could sign up for like $5 a month and I could send PR tips every week or something like that. And it would just be fun to really share what I knew how to do. And then as I started to think about sharing that expertise, I wanted to build something more comprehensive for experts that would be, or for entrepreneurs that would be brands or experts, so they could learn how to do their own PR. And I built a program called Press Success, and it was a wonderful program. I'm very proud of it, but it didn't really take off, which was really frustrating for me. And I think the challenge was that there wasn't alignment with the audience that I really connect with. Yeah. So while I was working so hard to build this PR program to teach experts how to get their own press, I was getting, in all the efforts to get visibility to sell that program, I was getting a bunch of women all over the world reaching out to me saying, wait a second, you were a lawyer and then you started a PR firm. How did you do that? And I was like, let's get on the phone. I'll tell you everything. And at the time, at one point, I was mentoring 5 women all over the world. Wow. I had a woman in New Zealand, Australia, Scotland, and then 2 here in the US. And that's what clicked. It was like, this is what people want to know from me, is how do you build a business like this? I can teach others how to, build the right business for them intentionally and create something that they will absolutely love every day. They'll be so thrilled to be working in their business, and they can shut down weekends, nights, and spend meaningful time with their families. So if their idea of having it all is what this looks like, which to me, that's what I wanted my life to be like, then I'm happy to teach and give every possible resource so that other women can see that this is a model for work-life integration and as pretty close to like balance as you can get.
Yeah, so that's incredible. It really sounds like you've come full circle, right? In terms of, you started in law, you realized you wanted that work-life balance, you decided to make the leap, you didn't have the resources, but you made it work. And then years later, you decided, hey, I think a really key thing that you said was that you launched this program with what you thought people wanted to know. It didn't work the first time. And then you realized, oh, these are actually the questions that people ask me on a daily basis about my business. So why don't I just build a program around those questions? And then that's the program that has taken off and now enabled other people to do exactly what you did 17 years ago without the resources.
Correct. Yes.
That's incredible.
Thank you. I mean, it's like unbelievable. And we're connecting with women all over the world. Like, if you look at my homepage of my website, there's a map. It's of course powered by Kajabi, and I think it's quite beautiful if you ask me. But we have this map. That was my husband's idea. He's like, this is the coolest thing, that you're connecting with people all over the world. Yeah. So we started to look at where they were. And sometimes we'll have 10 countries represented on our calls, which I know you guys can relate to. You know, it's just incredible. So we put up this map, and I think we currently have like 27 countries where people have found us.
And who would have known that 17 years ago you'd be reaching 27 countries?
I can't even believe it. I'm always like, where are these people finding me? And I mean, it's really hard to take my entire life's work and just put it on the internet. Like, here it is, take it. But I have attracted the most wonderful, giving, open, smart, savvy professionals in our industry. And I feel like we're creating this new paradigm where it's collaborative and supportive, and there's, enough for all of us to go around.
Yeah, I feel like you're literally the epitome of turning what you know into a business first and foremost. And then that's kind of Kajabi's mission, right?
Yes.
Is to help people do that. But even greater than that, we talk about this a lot internally. Our purpose is to share knowledge, and that we believe knowledge is valuable and it actually makes the world a better place. And so I personally feel like that's the future of Kajabi, but also our customers' businesses, is it's not just about, like, I know traditional online courses are like learn A to Z and then you're done and you put that down and you're good to go and you learned a trait. I think the future of online business is exactly what you just described. It's community. It is feeding off of one another. Maybe you came around a subject matter expert to learn that thing, but once you do learn that thing, you all are constantly growing and evolving, and it's the sharing what you know concept, right? And it becomes this thing that's greater than just one course topic or one piece of material. It becomes a real like lifestyle and a real like movement to know more. I just absolutely love what you built. Thank you so much for your time, for being a Kajabi OG, for investing in Kajabi in the beginning and growing with us and really believing that it can be the one-stop shop for your business and being the embodiment of that as you continue to build this 6-7 figure business, which is insane and incredible. So thank you for your time and thank you for the people that you serve.
Yeah, thank you. And I just have to say, I mean, like, I will never let go of this piece of my business because it's just absolutely critical to what I'm doing. So thank you.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you. Yeah.